Alright, so I'm just going to be doing a quick video on this Lenovo X250. There's a Thinkpad, Thinkpad X250. Alright, so first you want to do is remove the battery. So this battery, both things are spring-loaded, so it's kind of tough. But what you do is you push this, and then you can get a pry tool or your fingernail and just slide it very slightly. Then you can go to the other side, do the same thing. After that, you should be able to pop it out. There's actually a CMOS reset button here, I believe. So if your computer's just not turning on or something, you can try using a little pin or needle to kind of push on that. And then you just push it down for about like 10 seconds or so. And anyways, to open up the computer, you'll use a PH1 or JIS1 screwdriver. And you just undo all these screws. They are supposed to all stay in place. But I think on this one of these screws was loose. I think it was this corner one. I don't know. But yeah, anyways, remove all the screws, or not remove them, but undo them. Okay. If you flip the computer over, you want to flip it over kind of on a desk or something somewhere in case, see here, this screw fell out. Just so in case any of these screws fall out on their own, you don't lose them. Okay. Because they are supposed to stay in place, but sometimes they fall out. Okay, so once you do that, tip it over, make sure none of the screws fall out. Then you can see there's a gap here with the trackpad and everything, so you want to pull that apart. So the way I do that is I go from here, I use my fingernails into there, and then I push on the back with my thumbs while I kind of pull this out. Okay, this one's not too difficult to remove, but you just go around like that. Okay, and then you kind of wiggle this around as you lift it. Okay, and then wiggle this and lift it up. This side kind of gets caught, but should just pop out like that. Okay, there we go. Felt like something fell out, or I don't know, I heard something, I don't know. Okay, so that's how you remove that. Okay, so this one, they're having an issue where it boots to a black screen with a blinking cursor. So I don't think it's a bad hard drive because they have, I think it's a Samsung SSD. Usually those are pretty good and don't fail often. So I have a feeling they got something corrupted on the OS, and yeah, so I'm gonna have to get another hard drive maybe, or I'm gonna take this hard drive out and then just see if I can access the data from an external boot source, and then I'll have to see what they want to do in the morning, because right now I'm not sure what they want me to do with the computer other than rescuing their data. Okay, so the hard drive actually is only held in place with one screw, not the one up here, just the one back here. After that, you have to push this inwards and then lift it up. Okay, it has like a little clip. And then you don't want to just yank it out because the cable. So what I do is I remove this thing by getting my fingernail in between this little gap here, and I kind of pry it that way, then go to the other side, pry it that way, go back, and I just keep going back and forth. You can use like a pry tool to do this, but yeah, you want to be careful with this cable that you don't just rip it out. If you yank it too quick, you can actually like rip that. You can take this screw out and then pop that connector off, but yeah, I didn't want to take that out. So the main issue they're having is that boot issue, which I think is more a software issue than anything. Maybe they got a virus. The hard drive, you just pull this thing to the sides and it pops out like this. You don't actually have to transfer this foil wrap thing on. I think they actually added this SSD after, because I don't think any manufacturers will actually give you these kinds of Samsung hard drives. So just pull it out like that, and you got the SSD. Or the hard drive. It's a 2.5-inch SATA drive. I'm going to actually leave it on here because I'm just going to use this USB adapter thing, and then I'm going to connect it to my laptop and make sure that the data is accessible. And then I'm not sure what they're going to want me to do. I might have to make a clone of this and then reinstall Windows and then just move everything, their data back, so that way they can have their SSD back in their computer. Okay. So there's that. If you want, you can remove this. I'm going to leave everything intact. I'm just going to do a quick look around because I don't want to mess with stuff that can potentially get damaged. So you got the RAM here. It's PC3L12800S. So if you want, I don't think they make 16 gig sticks of this, so I think you're limited to the 8 gigs. let's see what else. You got the battery. The battery connects up here. To remove the battery connector, you kind of just wiggle this to disconnect it. I don't want to remove that because it will probably reset the BIOS as well, though I think this is the CMOS BIOS battery. So this laptop actually has 2 batteries in it. A lot of these Lenovo ThinkPads actually have 2 batteries, so some people will pull the battery out and wonder why it's still turning on. It's because there's an internal battery. Is there a model number on here somewhere? They have these little part numbers. I don't know if you need them. You can try and read it. Oops, sorry, I'm moving the wrong way. So if you want, you can try and read those. There's some part numbers there. But if not, you can just look up for this model and look for the battery. And make sure you're getting the internal or external battery, whichever you need. I know I pointed to the wrong ones, but yeah. So every connector, if you want to see how to remove a lot of stuff, just watch my other videos. This kind of connector is like a pop-up connector. These connectors have these little latches that you flip up. The connectors that slide in like these, I always like slightly wiggle them as I pull it, and they come out a lot easier. You just kind of have to be patient and work it out. Alright, the battery's held in with 3 screws, it looks like. Got the fan. It connects to this little thing here. There's a little latch. It's very much like the MacBook connectors. DC jack connector is here. You can just grab that, wiggle, and pull it out. Looks like it goes under here, and then there's a screw holding this in place. So that's pretty easy to remove. Wireless card is here. It looks so tiny. I don't want to mess with what in the world? Wait, is that a wireless card? I don't know what that is. No. That's weird. So there's a cable going here. Okay, I think there's like webcam and microphone cables and stuff like that. This is the wireless card. I saw 2 wires. I thought those were antennas for some reason. But that's the wireless card. You pull up the wire from the tail straight up and it will pop out. And then you just push it back down. Make sure it's lined up when you do that. If you take out the screw, it'll pop up like the RAM, and then you can just pull it out. Got the speaker here. Yeah, so I'm just doing a quick look around. Got the other speaker down here. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is that I can see in here to show. There's also this, I guess this cable, the LCD cable. These cables are a little confusing. I think this one, it pops up, but it's kind of like in between. I don't want to mess with it. If you mess with the LCD or LVDS cables, make sure that you disconnect both batteries and then press and hold the power button for about 10 to 15 seconds, because if you just yank on it and it like touches anything, it'll fry something on the board or on the screen, and it's not good. So make sure if you're going to mess with that cable that you do that. Okay, and there's lots of dust in this hinge, so I'm just going to clean it out. And let's see, anything else? There's another thing here for I think wide area network or something, or mobile internet. Then this is the CMOS reset button that I was talking about, that you press with a needle from the outside, so you don't have to open it to access. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to this. So to put it back, you just make sure everything, all the clips snap back in, push it down, put the screws back in. But yeah, that's all there is. Hopefully this video helps you guys. If it did, please like and subscribe, help others find my videos. This one's not really a thorough tutorial, so if you want to see like more disassembly versus just looking at what's inside the computer, a lot of these I try and do like quick just to show what's available inside, what you can do with it. I don't really do much research on what all these components and things are, so a lot of times I don't really know the answers to some questions that people ask. So I don't know if you guys prefer me answering them and saying I don't know, or if you, because like I don't want to spend too much time doing research on stuff. I'm already working like 24 hours a day doing this computer repair stuff. So yeah, all right, and anyways, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, hope it helps, and I'll see you guys in another one. Bye.